Hi there, folks. Glad you're here. If you have clicked on this link, that means that you're interested in hearing about the Trans Homo anthology. And as one of the editors, I'm very excited to talk about it. In this anthology, we showcase stories of trans men who identify as queer or as gay. In other words, they are attracted to other men, hence the term trans homo. We also talk about and feature the voices of cisgender men who are gay and queer who have had relationship with sex, romance with trans men. And on top of that, as a cherry, we also bring to you some stories of couples. So this is going to be forthcoming. And in the meantime, in this vlog, and this is installment number 1, very exciting, I'm going to talk about a common misconception. And that's something that actually I've been asked. I myself am a trans man, and I'm gay, which means that I like other men, both cis and trans. And I've been asked many times, well, if you're interested in men, and in my case I always have been, if you've always been interested in men, then why did you transition? And your reaction probably depends on your exposure and experience with the topic. So some of you may think, well, what? Why are you asking that? Maybe even with an eye roll. But I'm going to take this seriously. I think there are a lot of very genuine, good-hearted folks who have not had exposure to the topic. And that question can come from a very good place. So the answer to the question of, well, if you've always been attracted to men, why did you transition to become one, is that my gender identity and my sexual orientation are two separate things. And if you think about it, that's how most of the world works. You can be identified as a woman, as a man, as a genderqueer individual, and that's completely separate from who you're attracted to, right? So that's true for us as well. Gay trans men, queer trans men, our road, our journey home to ourselves as men is separate from our sexual orientation. But of course, there are commonalities to many of our stories, because to be a trans man in a gay male world is not for the faint of heart, right? Gay men, cisgender gay men, of course, are very variable, and the whole point is to humanize and not to stereotype in this book and in this vlog. But speaking in terms of general patterns, in gay male world, there are pretty well-defined notions of masculinity, and how a trans man fits in is an interesting question. So we exist. Lou Sullivan is one of the pioneers who was a trans man who was very much integrated into gay male community. There's more visibility, more inclusivity in gay male spaces for, of course, cisgender men and transgender men. That's been more of a trend recently. It's very heartening. And that opens up a lot of questions. So here are some questions you might have, right? So can a man, a cisgender man, be really gay if he's attracted to a trans man? And I can say, spoiler alert, I'm not going to talk about this question in this vlog, but I'll say spoiler alert, this answer is a simple, resounding yes. Yes, a cisgender gay man can still be gay. In fact, we have 2 contributors to our book, fascinating stories, really fun reads, who are both gold star gays. And they're cisgender. That means that they have never had sex with women. And lo and behold, after having sex with trans men, they are still gold star gays. So, yes, trans men are men. More soon. Thanks for joining us. Please subscribe. And I look forward to being here again and sharing more with you.